Good evening and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet or no plans to ever become a subscriber, well, you can use other people's emotes, global emotes, all that. Or you can just say hi. Or, here's another option, become a lurker. Just hang out. Don't say anything at all. Oh, let's see who we got here. We got Lashbrook here. We got Ghost Valve here. Hello, Lashbrook. Hello, Ghost Valve. Welcome, welcome. Dirty's here saying Twitch keeps keeps stereotyping me and playing my ads in Spanish. It's possible, Dirty, there's some sort of ad somewhere or some sort of like box you clicked in your profile that makes Twitch think that you really want to see ads in Espanol. Queen Laura's here. Hello. Saying howdy to you. And Lord Gresham is here. We already got a stellar crew of fine individuals here on the old Build With Baer. Plenty of regulars and some people we haven't talked to in a hot minute. But yeah, so it's Monday night. Now, often I do a Manga Monday where I talk about manga or manhwa, South Korean comics. But not tonight. No Manga Monday. We did a Manga Sunday last night. I did a manhwa review because I have 5 episodes of anime to talk about in the second hour. So I'm going to focus on just talking about those anime episodes because the shows I wanted to talk about on Saturday didn't get a chance to talk about. We had good freewheeling conversation on Saturday. There was a whole rant from me about talking about improv graduation shows. But then also we had guests. Immediately we had more views than we normally do on Saturday because my tweet was retweeted by one Jeff Gersman. Okay. So apparently it might be the Texas of all of it. That is a regional thing. That because you're in Texas, Twitch thinks that there's a higher probability that there'd be a Spanish-speaking audience hanging out there. Of course, not taking into consideration who you're watching, which I would think be more of a indication of that, but maybe possibly not. I mean, look, bilingual folks or trilingual folks could certainly be watching my streams. It's happened before. I do feel very bad. There's not bad. I feel a little bad that a while back someone was just like asking if I spoke, and I don't remember what language. That feels bad. Anyway, somebody asked me if I spoke a language other than English. I believe they were looking for me to not do this show in English, and I was like, unfortunately, that's the only one I got for you. Naragacito says, funny, I'm in Argentina and get ads in English level up. Espanol, yes. In Espanol, por favor. Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? Look, nobody actually thinks that the algorithm is good because the algorithms in general aren't great, and data is only as good as who's interpreting that data and all those things that we already know and understand, with the exception of evidence has shown that TikTok's algorithm does understand what you like and what you engage in and offers you more of it because they don't want you to leave TikTok. They want you to keep watching the feed and not go to people's profiles and not follow their links to outside of TikTok. They're very good at showing you what you want to see. Whereas other sites work on engagement of your anger and despair. Sorry, this is what it is. We're going to get into model kit building. Working on the White Rider. I got the top portion of the kit done here. We got one leg done. Working on the other leg. Then we're going to do the waist, and then we'll do the back wings, and then the giant gun. Oh, the sword as well. We got a sword to build as well. But it has a really big gun to build that becomes like a crossbow kind of thing. which is silly. And then a couple like decal like stickers to put on at the very end. I don't think we're going to get through all this tonight, but I believe not tomorrow. I believe that on Thursday we will complete this kit. That is my expectation. Is we will finish it on Thursday. Let's see. I'm going to reply to my own tweet with this link here. See if we can get a few more friends to join us tonight. If it is a casual stream, that is okay. I need to just start this stream off by telling you that legitimately and literally. I don't need that there. We'll talk about that later. Numbers tonight don't mean a thing. Now, do we want to get to 35 subscribers? Yes. Our immediate goal for subscribers is 35. We are currently at 34 out of 35. Love to get to 35, then we can push on towards 40. Yes, true. Accurate statements. Yes, those are real, accurate statements there. But after last night, I'm fucking cool, man. I'm easy breezy. Like, I slept well last night. It is frustrating how it, in many ways, but you don't dwell on the frustration about like, but it is frustrating in a little bit how like, man, like when people talk about like, oh, what do these folks need to move on and get by and handle their business? A lot of times it's just like money. Just give them money. You want to immediately make someone's life different and change it for the positive? Like, help them get more money so they can do more things. Like, legitimate. Because last night was our fund. We put the fun in fundraiser. We did our fundraising stream, and I ended up raising $946.76 out of $700, which was our goal. Thank you to everybody that hung out and stopped by. Thank you, of course, to everybody that donated. Anything from the $13.37 all the way up to the hundreds of dollars that a few people put forth, which is incredible. Way past my goal, which also is fantastic. Once the bill is paid, then I will use the remaining funds will go towards model kits and equipment. I'm thinking I should have, once I pay this bill off, which I will be doing tomorrow, or in a couple days. Folks that paid by credit card, it's taking a little while to get that money processed. PayPal was pretty immediate, but the cut and credit card is better. So happy about that. Once I get all those funds and can just pay off this thing, then I'm just going to probably buy that better camera rig for this camera up here, and not use my old one and make that like my travel thing or backup, and use the better, more expensive but more stable rig for my camera, my overhead camera. And then I can theoretically put it above my third monitor instead of in front of my third monitor, which currently is, which is bad for everything. Lord Crasher says, got that bread, but not good stromboli. Yes, if you missed last night's stream, one of the things that we chatted about was how I got stromboli, but ordered the pepperoni stromboli, and it was just stuffed, but it was just full of pepperoni and not any cheese. It didn't have mozzarella in it, and that's nonsense. That to me, that's not a stromboli. That is a pepperoni roll. And look, it was good. I have to, credit where credit's due. It was tasty. It's just not what I was expecting when it was ordered. So I feel a little bamboozled, but otherwise, still good and tasty. But yeah, that was last night's stream. Last night's stream is up on Pat Baer VODs. That's youtube.com/Pat Baer VODs. I don't know if I have. Do I have a VODs command? I don't even remember. I don't have a VODs command anymore. I'll have to make one. Anyway, I got a VOD channel. It's up there. We basically finished this leg and started this leg on what we call it? Oh, on the stream last night, and then played some Hearthstone. Lost a bunch with a deck that I really like, and then won a bunch. Like went undefeated with a deck that I really like. Some silly decks, and then had like one game with a deck that's not good. But I enjoy the idea of, and also a deck that I built myself instead of taking a meta deck or a goofy deck that a Hearthstone streamer that I like worked on. And then we watched 2 matches of some All Japan Pro Wrestling, and it was excellent to watch those matches. I had 3 lined up, but I was getting tired, and also it was about 3 hours stream, which is more than I normally do, which is why I kind of broke it up into 3 segments. But also, like, we hit our goal, we went over our goal, and so I was like, I felt comfortable like not tacking on another like 20 something minutes watching another wrestling match, which I'm also will save because it was Jushin Thunder Liger, and I want to see that match. But it was a 2004, so not the highest of quality for Mr. Liger, but still wanted to see it. But yeah, that was last night. Days before the stream, a couple days before the stream, a $200 donation had come in. Hours before the stream, a $300 donation had come in, so we were already at $500 of the $700 goal. So it was one of those things where I was like, well, I don't know how long this stream is going to go. I don't think I'm going to have to do a second one. And I'm glad I didn't have to do a second one, because that means that in June, I will do a late June. I'm probably going to do, or early July, I'm probably going to do a charity stream. I don't know. I have no details for you about that. But I would like to do a charity stream at some point. Again, I'm probably going to push it to July because now that I really think about it, in April I took part in a charity event, and then in May I raised money for myself. So maybe not in June. Also, I am hopeful that there will be some some gifted subs on my birthday stream or the day before my birthday stream. Let's talk about that, because that's something I can talk about because I know that's happening. So my birthday is June 23rd, which is a Thursday. So we'll be streaming on my birthday. I'll be pausing whatever kit that I have that I'm currently building to build the entry grade Kirby model kit, which is going to be a very simple, easy kit to build, but should be very fun. And then I'll resume whatever I was working on. I just kind of want to build that Kirby because it'll be my birthday, and that'll be a fun little thing to do on stream. Oh, just knocked a piece down. A piece bounced. Where is it? Come on. God damn it. All right, hold on a second. Push this microphone forward. Chair back. There it goes. Got it. Sorry about that. Found it. Found the piece that I needed. Move this mic back up here. Okay, great. So, yeah, my birthday is going to be a Thursday, June 23rd. I'm going to stream on it because I think that'll be fun to do that. Now, in addition to that stream, the day before, June 22nd, day before my birthday, we're going to play some Jackbox. It'll be birthday Jackbox. That'll be fun. We did that on my birthday previous year. And the year before, I did a birthday stream where I played Jackbox. Now it's kind of a tradition, and I like that tradition. I think it's fun. So day before my birthday will be Jackbox. Day of my birthday will be model kit building. I am hoping that we have a nice bit of maybe some bits and coins. Maybe some people will give some subs or subscribe themselves. I don't know. Can't say for sure. That would be nice if that happened. Again, who knows? But so then maybe in July, I think that makes more sense. In July, I'll pick a charity that has donations through Tiltify, and then I will make some donation, or then I will try to come up with ideas to raise some money for a charity and go through Tiltify so that it is that money doesn't touch my hands. I don't have to make any charitable donations on anyone's behalf, anything like that. We just pick the charity, pick the and then pick some activities and try to raise some money for a cause. So that is the plan. Oh, had some subscriptions end, or most likely had some gifted subs from last month end here. So now our subscription number changes from 34 down to 32. So the road to 35 continues. Down to 32 subscribers, which is, not 35. It's also not 34. I don't know if y'all know math like I know math, but that's the truth. Let's see. Other things. Like I said, that's some stuff looking forward. The most important thing is I'm happy you're all here. We don't have a huge crew tonight, but like I said, so much pressure has been taken off my shoulders as far as last night going. I mean, it just feels so much better that I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. Like last night, me no math. I understand, Lord Crashington. Me only cookie. I get it. So, yeah, I'm just feeling like just free and like a little bit of weight off my shoulders. It allows me to focus on other projects, knowing that bill will be paid off, which I will do once the credit card money comes through, which it will soon. So last night I was in a little bit of I was distracted and I did the white on this foot here in black. So even though it's white, I'm still going to do it on the other side so the two match. It doesn't really match with the rest of what I've been doing, which has been using gray, but it will match with the other foot. It won't be noticeable, but I know it happened, so I'm mentioning it now in case people are like, I thought you were using gray on your white pieces. It was a simple mistake. I do it on occasion, but I had let it sit, and I didn't immediately take care of it, so that's the deal. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Some people do use black Gundam marker on white plastic, but I like using the gray myself. That's my preferred color for that. So yeah, we'll just hit this here. And we'll be almost ready to work on the waist. Then I just got to hit this with the eraser. And then we'll move on. Hey. Let's talk unions. I myself, never been part of a union. Had the opportunity to join one back in the day, but I was working in, but the job that I had for a career, but I would have had to give up a bunch of jobs that I had to focus on jobs I didn't want in order to be part of the light technicians union in New York. So I decided against it. And I don't regret that, but a different path for Pat Baer would have been a union man. Respect unions, appreciate unions, happy to support them. My mother was an English teacher for many years and was part of the teachers union, and have a lot of respect for what they did for her and my family. So yeah, proud of unions. I say that all to say that Raven's QA workers voted 19-3 in order to fully unionize. And they have, of course, felt pressure from Activision and from Raven themselves. The quote from Studio Hood, Brian Raffel, who emailed staff, an important decision that will impact the entire Raven software studio of roughly 350 people should not be made by roughly 5% of Raven employees. That's basically, obviously that is union busting bullshit. That's like trying to turn the workers against one another. That's trying to put pressure on the other workers to say like, hey, these guys you don't even know are going to have way more power than you, huh? Is that fair? Shouldn't you tell them to go fuck off and not be a union? And I know that Brian didn't want to support unions with that statement, but it really is a support for unionization. It is definitely could be read as, Lord Crushing wants me to hit the ska button, and I will. Here's some union ska, yeah. But the idea that, like, hey, you should be mad that 5% of employees are going to have an impact on everyone else. Well, that's could be seen as a call for other employees to also unionize so that they could, I don't know, collectively bargain together. And maybe a united workforce is better than a divided one that, like, fought against one another and were only concerned about themselves. And like you said, I know Brian did not mean that. I know Brian definitely was trying to quell this union, certainly. But he fucking didn't, because it's happening. That sounds like a boss to me. Indeed, Queen. Yeah, it's so weird that the studio head was like, unionization, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? That means that you have to, like, you as an individual can't, like, negotiate your contract. You got to go through other people. What are we talking about here? As if you would get a better deal alone than with a group, which never happens and is, like, proven time and again. But, like, they need to say that shit because they need you to believe that. They really do need you to believe that unions aren't going to benefit you. That every union busting operation always talks about, like, union dues as if you weren't going to make more money in a union than you would outside of it. And as if you weren't going to get at the very least, some guarantees of severance, which you aren't going to get just on your own in most cases. Look, we're all just a family here. Yeah, run from families. Plays into the myth of American self-acceptance. Yeah, yes, Aristophan. Also, hi, Aristophan. But yeah, no, I mean, it plays into that whole thing of, like, look, you're smarter than the group. You can get this done. But yeah, I mean, the mark of any successful person in America is their sudden dislike and distrust of unions. That is the mark of someone with success. Because if you don't have an abundance of success and you are anti-union, like, that, it generally means that you're fucking brainwashed. But it also could mean that you have lost out to union work. To which I say, instead of being mad at the union, you should probably try to unionize. Get in on it. Because even if it's a scam, even if you think unions are a scam, then why the fuck aren't you part of that scam? They're getting paid, brother. Get in on it. Like, what do you mean? The smart money's there. Forget your NFTs and your cryptocurrency. Get in on the union. What are we doing here? So yeah. As I said, big ups to everyone at Raven. Get that collective action going. Spread like wildfire in the industry. Encourage other people to go for it. Show them the path forward. You're doing it. Workers' rights on the blockchain. Yeah, right? Oh, great. I got to put stickers on this. I got to put stickers. Look, this back of the skirt that no one will see needs to have a couple stickers on it. Otherwise, what am I even doing here? 36 or 37. Look here. Figure out what's 36 and what is 37. Okay, 36 is... We're going to go with the yellow because we did that on the front of the kit here instead of the black. So we're going to go with this yellow, this, like, pissy yellow. And congrats to that vote, pro-union here in the Bear Cave. Yes, indeed. Yes, we are pro-union here. As I said, went a different career path than in a different direction. Would have ended up in the union in New York. Didn't end up doing that. Worked in a few union houses as a producer, which was really fun because, like, couldn't touch anything, but then I was so organized and knew what I was doing. And also, the person I was producing the show for was, like, being real cagey about something, and it was being very strange. And so I would interpret her weirdness, because I knew her personally for many years, to the staff, to the union staff, and they were very happy to talk to me because I was actually giving them information they needed because I understood what the assignment was. But yeah, good. I've had good dealings with unions for many years. Now, didn't make the news as much on my feed because Gamers Forward, but another company, their employees are unionizing. A publishing group that deals with some Japanese work that you may be familiar with the name. Seven Seas Entertainment, the United Workers of Seven Seas. Yes, the more than, I believe, 300 employees. No, sorry, 40. Sorry, 300 was a weird number there. Sorry about that. 40. Their statement is that Seven Seas Entertainment is a fast-growing publishing company dedicated to bringing the best of manga, anime, light novels, and webtoons to fans. So, yes. We went from 10 employees in 2018 to over 40 staff today, 2022. It's a lot. With rapid growth comes growing pains, and we, the workers of Seven Seas, have been shouldering much of that pain. We find ourselves overworked, underpaid, and inadequately supported. Furthermore, we do not receive the vacation, sick days, family leave, health insurance, and retirement benefits otherwise typical of the publishing industry. So they're comparing themselves to other publishing houses, both probably in the translation field and producing physical media as well as digital. They're looking probably at other publishing houses as well of their size. For these reasons, we have formed the United Workers of Seven Seas, which is UW7S. We are invoking our right to organize and administer a vote to form a union. We are working closely with Communication Workers of America, that's CWA. We represent other workers in entertainment and publishing, so that's a good people to partner with. We are going to produce our best products we can, and the best ways to do that is with a living wage, proper hardware and software, and well-organized digital office. As a union, we seek to negotiate better working conditions for both Seven Seas employees and the many freelancers who make what we do possible. So yeah, that's saying 40 employees and also freelancers. And this is the kind of business that relies on freelancers as well. So they, looking at them and their contracts, they can't really say that because they're not full employees, can't really be part of the union, but they can they can look out for them as well. So that's great to hear about the United Workers of Seven Seas. I hope that their union gets acknowledged and ratified quickly, voluntarily, and they don't have to go through shenanigans. But good for them. I hope it goes well and it becomes a focal point, especially as other translations and layouts and various other people are dealing with a lot of stress in the industry. So hopefully it all works out for them. Nothing but love for the translators and various other employees of the United Workers of Seven Seas. Good luck to them. And that's our union segment. Guess we tackled that. I didn't know how much we were going to talk about that, but knew I wanted to bring it up because that is cool as hell. You love to see it. Work-related stuff. I finished a big project that I was doing for one of my many contract gigs, which is good. Got that done. I talked about this before, how often it's just do the project, you're done. And then maybe you'll do an update later if they're doing another presentation or something like that. But rarely do I get corrections on occasion, but I rarely get updates the way I did with this last project that I had, which was just constant back and forth and constant changes and constant it wasn't that I was doing a bad job. It was just they kept changing the parameters. And of course, freelance folks are nodding along with that because certainly, especially independent freelancers, get into that a lot. But this particular gig, I rarely run into those problems. It's usually just like, hey, can you do this? Oh, you can? Great. Do it. Okay, you did it. Great. All right, we're moving on to the next thing we need you to worry about. So it is pretty rare that I run into what I ran into here, which was just like, hey, they also want this, and hey, they want to change how this goes, and hey, we want to delete this, and we want to change the scope of that, and all this, and they're like, we'll pay you for your time. At the end of the day, this particular gig doesn't pay as well as it should have because of all the changes, and I'm not going to get, I mean, the buck is going to get passed down to me because other people aren't going to make less, and the client isn't going to pay as much as they should for all the extra work. It does mean that I will probably, they are now on my list, and now they're the only people on my list that I will not accept the gig for, and I will, unless directly asked about it, I'll just say like, oh, I'm not available to finish that project in a timely manner. I'm sorry, because that's more professional than to say, hey, they kept changing shit on me, and it didn't get paid enough for it, so I don't want to do it anymore. Which is reasonable, but that's not how you play the game when you're a freelancer. So I'm just going to try not to work for them unless they pay me more for the same work, which they probably won't do. So it's hard to turn down work, but it's also not, I have to be smart about my time, right? Like, if they're going to make a bunch of changes and then the changed payment isn't going to reflect the amount of work that I'm doing, like that's not worth my time or energy, because I'm very good at what I do and want to put effort into these things. But if it's like, that's just how I feel about it. We got to put some stickers on here. We'll start with 30 and 31, and then we'll figure out what colors we want to put on the bottom. We're just putting stickers on this as a new piece on here. So people ask, like, what do you do with the old pieces? Like this chest, which was from the Pale Rider, which was replaced with a new chest. And the answer is I don't do anything with them. Like these other parts is like the Pale Rider's head. Like sometimes I used to like make like the alternate so you could make it into like the Pale Rider. I don't have all the parts for that, obviously. But yeah, these days I just go like, oh yeah, that's from the old thing. Okay, bye-bye. And I don't think about it. But I know that there's some people out there find things to do, or they go in a pile. Like I used to have a pile. That's when I like thought I would do more kit bashing. I would have like my like random parts pile. But now that I've kind of settled into the fact that I've kit bashed, it wasn't for me. I might change my mind in the future, but right now I have no interest in returning to kit bashing, doing it again. So for me, it's just like, yeah, I'm good. I think I'm all right. I'll just do what I gotta do. Just get rid of the extra parts, unless something goes wrong. I do save polycaps. I have in one of my drawers here a bunch of bonus polycaps, extra polycaps for high grades and master grades, because every once in a while something kind of gets stuck or breaks or bends weird, or maybe it was just like the way it was produced, it just doesn't have the same kind of like bite that I need to have. So I do have those for emergencies, and I have made use of those on occasion, and they work out pretty good having some bonus polycaps. So I do recommend that, even if you're not going to kit bash, even if you're just like, building kits or whatever, save your polycaps, because you never know. You never know when you might need them. I still have a bag with a bunch of those in New York in my storage unit. All right, so either 3230 or 3435. I believe 3435 is what we're going to want, because that's going to be, well, we'll see. Where are they? 20. Yeah, 3435 are going to be this color here because when available, we're going for this yellow green, this color. We're available there. Aristofan says, I tried to save extra Lego bits, got a whole box full of them, sometimes useful for a missing piece. Yes, that's also helpful. I don't have any spares anymore of that, of Lego, because I do donate Lego. We haven't done Lego in a hot minute. I've got one car kit in my backlog. Try to put that into the running for my $10 patron and see if that gets bit, because I haven't done a Lego set in a hot minute. And I do like doing Lego. But yeah, I had filled a box not too long ago, and when I filled that box, then all my Lego went away. But it is nice to have some extras. I've had more dupe bits in the Lego Horizon kit than I was expecting. Like Lord Crashing, that's great. You know, you can fuck up in the future and then go back to your old parts. But it is nice having those backups. I do appreciate when you can get those. Just have some extras. That is nice. Other things to talk about. I don't know. Harold's not here tonight, is he? I don't believe Harold's here because I still owe Harold a nickname from last night. I wrote it down so I can tell him what his name is. Because everybody got a nickname who donated on the stream, but then I forgot to give it to him before he logged off the stream. Especially the transparent gem bits. That's cool. Oh yeah, it's still good to have extras, especially if they're unique or weird. That can be nice. Let's see. I guess I can get into some gaming talk. I played a little bit of Halo yesterday afternoon. Not much, because I was running around trying to get stuff done before the stream yesterday, but I did get some Halo in. My Halo crew got together, and I was able to play a little bit with them, and that was really fun. We might try to play a little more. I guess that's my big talk about is because there was a lot of like over the weekend, and then it bled into today. There's a lot of talk about if Game Pass is worth it or not. And it really comes down to, in my opinion, like, do you want to spend a bunch of money on day one for a bunch of games that will come to Xbox or the PC version? Or are you going to buy those no matter what? Well, then Game Pass is going to help you out. If you aren't, maybe not. If you play a lot of indie games, then spending $180 a year to get all of those cool indie games, like for free or included, not for free, totally worth it. If not, maybe not worth it. But like, I don't know. I'm having a real good time playing Halo with my friends. Playing Halo with my buds. It's been good. But that is generally my particular opinion on Game Pass. Is like, I don't know. I think Game Pass is a great deal. I think that if you have a good, strong internet connection, PlayStation Now's element of the PlayStation Plus service could be helpful and cool. I don't think that service makes as much sense as the Xbox Game Pass. But also, like, I totally understand why people were like, yeah, I'm getting rid of Game Pass for a little while. Because there were people who were like, yeah, I'm just not using it. Because that's the real thing. It's not about how much money you save on games by doing it, or access to games you would never be putting money in anyway. So maybe you at least do that, and then maybe the creators at least get some money because they were never going to get your money anyway. Honestly, it comes down to, like, do you use it? Because, like, Netflix, for its many, many fucking faults, like, some people are always just like, what? You should just have Netflix because you never know. And it's like, no, if you don't use it, don't have it. I definitely have gotten into the phase of installing more Game Pass games than I play because I still haven't beat Elden Ring. Yeah, Lashbrook, I mean, that's totally, I think, fair to be like, yeah, I don't play it enough, so I don't use it because I just download a bunch of stuff. Like, that's fine. Like, if I ever stopped getting model kits and various other things I need from Amazon Prime, I would get rid of Amazon Prime because I don't use Amazon Prime for movies that often. I mostly use it for like occasional TV shows, obscure stuff that I can't get other places. The Kids in the Hall show was really a fun example, but that's, those are few and far between, it feels like. But mostly it's just like, yeah, it's just like stuff I wanted, couldn't get other places. And then like documentaries that are easy to get to that someone told me about because discoverability is very difficult on Amazon Prime. But like, yeah, I totally understand if someone was just like, yeah, I don't want to pay for that anymore, or like Netflix or Crunchyroll. If you're just like, well, I don't watch a lot of anime, anymore, so I'm gonna let this lapse, and then I'll come back for something that I want to see. Like, I pay for High Dive right now. I'm currently watching one show on High Dive, so I'm spending $5 a month to watch one show, and that's not a bad deal. But if next season there isn't anything I want to watch, I'll probably let it lapse. Now, I've also watched some other stuff. I've watched some OVAs. I've watched a few things that used to be on Crunchyroll because they had High Dive, deal with High Dive, which they don't anymore. So there are a few things that aren't available anymore. I've been able to watch some stuff and get some use out of it. But the only new show, the only weekly show I'm watching on there is I'm Quitting Heroing. So, like, it's not necessarily worth it to me. So next month, or not next month, but like next season, the summer season, if there's nothing that I want to watch that's on High Dive, then I'll just stop paying for High Dive for a while. And then I'll come back to it in the fall. I also buy codes for Game Pass when they're discounted. Yes, totally, Lashbrook, and you should. You should definitely be doing that. You should be getting those codes because, like, why not? Why wouldn't you? Spend your money wisely. Get the deals you want to get. Do the things you want to do. Let's put this on here. We are body complete on the white Rider. I almost said White Ranger. That's not what this is. It's the White Rider. We're body complete on the White Rider. Here's the White Rider. You can see right there. We still have to put on our next thing, the back wings, because we got weapons and wings. Wings and things. The streaming market is so saturated right now. Well, it's just like, it's one of those things where Amethyst, I agree. There's a lot out there, and there's a lot to compete with because now there are a lot of smaller streaming services. If you can get a Sam's Club, they usually have discounts at Xbox, PlayStation, eShop cards. Ooh. Yeah, or if you know someone at Sam's Club, you can be like, hey, if you ever see this on discount, get it, and I'll pay you back for it. You can kind of do that if you're like, if you got a parent that always wants to that is supportive, but you don't know how to have them be supportive for you. But if you can take a photo of a PlayStation Now card and be like, hey, if you ever see this and if it's less than this price, pick one up for me. Like, that's a good way for a parent that wants to be engaged in what you do, but doesn't understand what's going on, or like a relative or whatever that has Sam's Club. Yeah, $100 cards for $90, best deal if you can just preload that much ahead of time. Yeah, justify preloading. Yeah, save $10. That sounds good. $10 is $10. All right, so our back wings. Start applying stickers first. Be careful not to tear the stickers. Yeah, all right. That's a good policy. All right, so we got to get M9, which is right here. And then we'll have... All right, so we're building our back wings. It's almost like a cape, which I think... I love the design of this. I think it looks so cool. So I'm excited to put this on here. And then we'll put the stickers on, and then we will panel line the back wings. But yes, going back to your point about... the streaming market being saturated. Yeah, because they're just like people are like, oh, how are you liking that new Star Trek? And I'm like, I don't have Paramount Plus. You let me know how that new Star Trek is. Like, I am someone that would be interested, but I'm not get a service I don't know anything about interested. Like, sorry? Question mark? But yeah, it's just like not something that I'm like super convinced I should be getting into. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing out. It's totally possible. It's probably possible that I'm missing out on like some of the good shit. And I don't know what I'm talking about. And I gotta get on board. But no. But yeah, there's like so many like people were like, oh, you gotta be watching Severance. And I'm like, I watched all of Severance. I got somebody gave me somebody loaned me a login and I watched all of Severance. But like, what's next? I don't know on that. Who knows? Um, it's like sometimes I have HBO Max. Sometimes I don't have HBO Max. Sometimes I have Netflix. Like, I don't know. I do know that Komi-san can't communicate. Komi can't communicate season 2 is pretty good. I have not watched it yet because I don't have Netflix right now, so I don't know for sure. I will at some point get Netflix again, and then I will know if it's good or not because I will watch it. But right now, don't have that information. Thanks for reminding me about Paramount, Pat, because Halo 1 is over, so now I can cancel my sub. Dirty, you're welcome. Now, I haven't watched any of the Halo. I don't know shit about that Halo. The Halo TV series. But yeah, now you can cancel because you watched the thing you wanted to watch. Congratulations, Dirty. You're free. Here's your reminder. If you got any streaming services that you were like, oh, I should cancel after that's over, do it. It's later in May, so now's a great time to do that if you don't think you're going to be watching stuff on any service in June. Unless the thing you're subscribing to is me, in which case, please renew every month. No, that's just a joke. I giggled there, which is unlike me. If even if you don't, just don't feel like it. I mean, if you can't afford to, but if you're just like, nah, Pat, we're good. I still watch, but like, nah, then do it. If you don't mind the weird ads that pop up, sure, enjoy that. Get on board with getting out of here. I would cancel my Hulu except my parents use it. I hear you. Back in the day, so I didn't pay for Hulu for a long time. I would just like borrow logins or whatever. But then at one point I had to. Speaking of subscribing, High Top Ninja just subscribed at tier 1. So let's hit the old applause there. Thank you, High Top Ninja, for subscribing. Fine, Pat, I subscribed because you told me to. I appreciate that. But thank you for subscribing. Welcome the old Build With Baer. Let's throw the emotes in there. But yes, I do appreciate it. Subscribing is an easy way to support what I do here. I do have to change this number. Change it to 33. And boom, there we go. We did it. But yeah, welcome. Enjoy not seeing ads and having some cool emotes made by Xandra. And next month, Xandra will have done for me a new emote, which is incredible looking. And that'll be the new tier 2 emote. And then everyone in tier 1 will have access to the Scythe emote. Oh, Dirty says, just found out I was still paying for Funimation too. Yes, cancel your Funimation. If you still were paying for Funimation. I knew exactly when my Funimation was running out, and then my Funimation became my High Dive. But yeah, the real problem was, honestly, I had to pay a little longer because I wanted to see the last episode of season 2 of I can't even remember what show it was. It was the hero. I don't know. It was an isekai. It was an isekai. It was a good isekai, but I wanted to see the end of season 2 and the changeover started. But of course, the current season shows weren't going over there, so I was just like, oh, I'll just stick around. I've actually thought about popping a trial for Funimation because the only place to watch the dub of Hellsing Ultimate, says Lashbrook. I mean, it could show up on Crunchyroll. I don't know if it will. A bunch of stuff has been moving over. There was stuff that immediately moved over, and then there's been some other stuff that is like taking its time because of licensing deals and like stuff that like they want to have big things, right? Like Dragon Ball, even Hunter x Hunter. Like Yu Yu Hakusho. They want to have like big Funimation like stalwarts that also used to be available on Crunchyroll anyway when they partnered. It's the stuff that came out after the partnership ended when Sony acquired Funimation before. The stuff that came in between, that was the stuff that like took a while to come over. But like most of it is making its way, you know, which is good because that's what you want. You want all of it to make its way over. Hopefully it will at a reasonable time for everybody. But I don't know. Yeah, it is important to check in to see what am I still paying for. What check your monthly statements and see like what am I renewing here? What did I do there? Oh, I boosted for maximum fun, so now I'm paying more than I was before, but I didn't upgrade even higher. I just boosted. That's fine. I'll pay. I boosted $2 more a month, so I'm paying 12 instead of 10. That's fine. I forgot I did that, but okay. In other mistakes I've made, I went and got my hair cut for the first time in a year and change, says Dirty. I forgot to tell the stylist when I say I want my hair at 4 fingers, I meant the size, my size, not their size. I ended up with 2.5 finger length there in the end. Oh, yeah. Finger length is important to be like 4 of these. Yes, like, yeah. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Like in your head, it's just like, oh, I want it like this. And they're like, okay. They just got to do their best, but. Well, Dirty, here's the thing about hair. For most people, it'll grow back. I mean, there are exceptions, certainly, but for most times, you got more coming. Thank you very much, SGT Doug 2021. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. Happy to have you here. Looking for sticker number 53, which is this one. We are going to take a pause for the calls in a couple of minutes. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel. We kind of already did. Phantom did that, and a couple of video links for you to check out. And then we'll get back into model kit building, continue on this, and talk about lots of anime. And then Dirty says, I'm thinking next year going with an undercut to match my mutton chops. Hell yeah. I mean, get wild with it. Get wacky with it. Enjoy your hair. It's yours. I hear that showing them a picture of what you want is the easiest way to go. I've definitely seen that, people do that before. They're like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And then sometimes their reply is, well, I can't do that. Like, no, you're asking for the impossible. And it's like, oh, well, try. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I want. All right. But also the picture should be of a person and not an anime character. Don't bring in anime hair. Be like, make my hair look like that. They don't know what to do with that. Most likely, they can't help you with anime hair. All right, so we did that portion. Now we flip it around. Wait, right? Are we doing the other side, or is it a different piece? This is a different piece. Okay, so this was this piece, like this. We'll panel line this at the very end if there's any panel lining need to be done. But there, they definitely like that. But I want to look like Sora. My stylist has a customer that requests anime hair and she loves it. Well, good. All right, that's fun. I mean, I think that is stylist dependent. But like, yeah, I mean, especially people that like, God, there's got to be like, not an excessive amount, but there's got to be like an amount of hairstylists who are just like, ugh. Again? Sure. Oh, bangs are back? Fine. And then you come in and you're just like, I would like this to be asymmetrical and spiky. And they're just like, oh, sure. Yes, let's do it. Let's go for it. Great. I don't know. I'm sure there are some stylists that are just like, hell yeah. What do you need? You got it. Let's do this thing. All right. So on this side needs stickers on both ends. We got to put some many stickers here. I think we'll do the large pieces first, and then we'll do the frame pieces after, because I think the overlap will look good there. And we start with 57. Let's see. Wait. 55, 56, and 57. It's 55, 56, 57. Great. Okay. We'll get this started, but we'll take a pause and talk about other things and then come back to this. Let's see. I don't have any like. Oh, here's something that was very fun. I watch a lot of like ASMR carpet cleaning and rug cleaning videos because ASMR doesn't do it for me myself. I don't get the tingles from ASMR, so I'm not here for that. But I do like seeing a very dirty rug be not dirty at the end. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the like, oh, they cleaned the hell out of that thing. Look at that thing. So I was watching one today, and this guy gets this email. This was, I guess, a few days ago, the video. Gets an email being like, hey, we had a flood at work, and a couple rugs that have sentimental value need to be cleaned. Can you help? And the first rug, the rug that we saw get cleaned, it was very dirty. It clearly like had been through some issues. I can't tell you the joy I felt when the reveal of this rug and what the print of this rug was to reveal that it was a Looney Tunes rug. This person said, this Looney Tunes rug has sentimental value, and I would like you to save it. This person paid a bunch of money to someone whose job it is to clean rugs and carpets to be like, hey, please save my Looney Tunes rug. And I was so fucking psyched. I was just like, this rules. That thing was filthy, and it did get cleaned, but like, holy shit, what are we doing here? Absolutely incredible. The only thing would have been better is if the Looney Tunes had been wearing their shirts backwards and like baseball caps backwards and all that, and done the crisscross style, which was very popular for a weird period of time, where the idea of like the Tasmanian Devil wearing the shirt would be a baseball tee, a button-up baseball tee, and it would feature the Tasmanian Devil also wearing a button-up baseball tee, like backwards, a crisscross, and like a backwards baseball cap. And then people were just like, that's exactly what I want to wear. I want to wear nothing but that. That's my formal wear now. And people will be like, this is it. This is me. And by people, I do also mean me, because I did own a denim, a blue denim shirt that did indeed have Bugs and Daffy on either part. And I did wear that crisscross on occasion, because I was born in 1980. So the mid-90s were my mid-teen years. And mistakes were made. I won't say they weren't. Mistakes were made. I made a lot of fashion faux pas in my day. Did I wear a black visor with a jean jacket? With a black jean jacket and a visor that I would wear backwards with my long hair, my skater cut, long hair over it. And I would like roll it over so the hair would come over the visor. Of course I did that. Did I buy, I did not do frosted tips. I will say that. Did not do frosted tips. Did I purchase at Six Flags, New England, mind you, Six Flags New England, formerly known as a Riverside Park. Did I purchase a Six Flags jester hat that I wore to school because because they had changed the dress code and boys could wear hats now? And so to further taunt the teachers that did not like that, did I wear a goddamn jester hat to school? Yes, I did. I did do that. That is a thing that I did. I wore a jester hat to school. It was a black and white jester hat made of felt that I purchased at Six Flags New England. I made a lot of mistakes when it comes to fashion. I didn't want to wear I wore a gray tuxedo to senior prom for no reason. I don't know why I picked a gray tuxedo. I just knew that I didn't want a black tuxedo, but I also didn't want to do like the nonsense like powder blue, 70s kind of thing. So I just thought it would be really cool if I wore a gray tuxedo with a cummerbund. I don't know. I don't know quite what I was thinking there, but I did look pretty good. I'll say that. I think I looked all right. But yeah, I had. There was a long period of me not understanding my style, and when I say my style, I mean, um, like jeans and or khakis and a t-shirt with a logo with a something weird on it, like a shirt that is a parody of a wrestling shirt, but not actually the wrestling shirt. That's my style. That's my jam. It took me a long time to understand what I was into, and what I like. It took a very long time for me to figure that out. Spent a long time not understanding my own styles and what I'm into. But now I know. Now I understand. I get me more than I did then. Yeah, every once in a while I see a Facebook photo and I'm just like, oh no, why did I have that big beard? I had a I had really long hair for like a hot minute, and then I cut it into like spiked hair, but I was feeling weird about that and self-conscious about my short hair, so I decided the solution while my hair grew out again was I was just going to let my beard go wild. I had a big old bushy beard. Like, it didn't get long, it got curly. It was just a big, just like a wide beard. And it when I look at photos, I'm just like, this was bad. And like, I did have people in my life that were like, Pat, I don't know about this beard, and I didn't listen to them, but I do respect them for saying, hey Pat, I don't know about this beard, because they shouldn't. I shouldn't have. Chinos, a white shirt, a plaid button up, or only buttoned at the neck, and white Payless tennies. Hell yeah, that's a look. But yeah, I mean, I did band T-shirts in high school because why not? And like, I got, stole a couple flannel shirts from my dad and wore that, even though I wasn't really like a grunge dude. But like, why not? Why not do that, Pat? That this seems like your thing now. I guess this is your thing, so just go with it. Apparently, this is your thing, Pat. Like, I don't know. I didn't hate any of it. Just not really. When I look back on it, I'm like, I don't know, Pat. I don't know about that one, Pat Bear. What were we doing here? What were we thinking with all of this? I will say, as a child, as a young person, when it became my responsibility for picking my own clothes, I did, at one point, decide that color coordination was important. And by color coordination, I mean I had shorts that I would match with the exact color in a t-shirt. So I had purple shorts that were like jean, that were like a jean short that were purple, and I would match that with the same shade of purple t-shirts. And I would only wear those purple shorts with that t-shirt. And that's a fucking look. That's a look you can say, what are you doing, Pat? And a few people did. They did say to me, hey, what are you doing? Why are you wearing that? Why is that a thing that you're up to? They weren't wrong. I believe I did own a pair of orange shorts, which was, by all accounts, bad. That's a mistake. I had made a terrible idea. Terrible choice. What was I thinking? I'm going to say I wasn't thinking. All right, so we'll take our pause to the cause in just a moment. I'm going to snap this together here, and then we'll. Okay, we got that part together. We are we got one more section left of this to go here, and then we'll be ready to finish this part up. But first things, sometimes you just gotta try some shit. Yeah, you're right. You know, there was a PAX where I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like do a shirt and tie at PAX. Like every day I'll have a different shirt and tie. And I'm going to do that. Because like I knew a couple people that used to dress up every day. And I did that one PAX and I was like, this sucks. Why am I wearing a dress shirt right now? It's like unseasonably warm in April here in Boston. What am I doing? Why am I wearing a dress shirt and like pants? What am I doing here? Why am I doing this? So that was only one time. And then I was like, I'm a t-shirt, a hoodie guy. What am I doing? Hello. What I'm doing now, is we're going to talk about ways you can support the channel if you are so inclined to do so. Everything I'm about to say here is optional. None of these are things you have to do. But if you would like to do it, I welcome it. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the mode in the chat. Let the people know that you are a subscriber. We did just have High Top Ninja subscribe, which is rad. Subscribing using Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you can use that token. You do have to renew it every month on your own. It's just you can't auto do that, which is annoying, but that's what they do. But yeah, subscribe is an easy way to support what I do here. We're currently at 33 out of 35 subscribers. Would love to get back up to 35 so that we can push on even farther to 40. But if you would like to subscribe, that would be rad. I would love it. You can also gift a sub. Aristofan is the top of our gift sub leaderboard this month. So you can gift a sub to somebody in the community, or you can do it anonymously, or in that way you won't be on the leaderboard. Or bits and coins, always appreciated. If you got a few bits lying around, you got some money to convert to bits, you want to send those my way, you could do that as well. There are other options. There is Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear. I'm going to put that, if you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up YouTube? You can find all this in the show description below, all these links. But yeah, patreon.com/PatBear. I got a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. Different rewards for the different tiers. Everything from just like a Q&A video every month that only goes to my Patreon, up to you can vote on what I build next. Or if I have multiple things from my wish list, you vote on what I do first from that list. Or from the backlog. Yeah, easy way to support what I do here. I have a YouTube channel, as mentioned. YouTube.com/PatBear is obviously free. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I just posted a new video today. I post videos every other Monday and every Wednesday. More on those later. But there's also a membership there. $2 a month. You get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday, so you don't have to wait. And you get it in the afternoon, and you can just watch that video early. But yeah, check out that YouTube. Even if you just want to subscribe, the free way to support me. Also, maybe a one-time would be good. If you're like, Pat, I can't help you out monthly, but like every now and again, I can chip you a few dollars so you can buy a cool model kit. Well, you could always do that through Coffee or PayPal, through Monies. And everything I make through direct donations through that, through subscriptions, and also AdSense on my YouTube, through Patreon, and through Twitch, all goes to me buying model kits and equipment. This White Rider came from Premium Bandai, and I got that in the Black Rider thanks to the contribute efforts of subscribers from various fields. I'm very blessed and feel very lucky that I'm able to do stuff like that. So thank you very much to everybody that supports me financially like that. The next kit I'll be working on when this finishes up, because I don't think we're going to finish this big gun tonight, but we might, or we'll get close to it. The next thing we're working on after this is done is the Boba Fett model kit, the 112 Boba Fett. That was purchased off my Amazon wish list. I have a bunch of stuff on this wish list. We're going to take a look at it now. If you buy something from there, I shoot a video for YouTube all about the thing you bought. It's a mailbag video. Then it jumps the queue. I got other stuff to build. I got a real grade that I really do want to get to building at some point. I've got an entry grade that I like to build. I'm not going to do that because the next thing I got to do is Boba Fett. So you see here on the wish list, I've got inexpensive little kits, some small kits like some Pokemon stuff, some more expensive car kits, some high grades, some master grades, some inexpensive kits, some kits that are like, why is this gin $74? That's a lot of money. There's a premium version that's slightly different that is almost that amount. I think it might even be less. And then there's some gear at the bottom, like that camera mount that I might end up just purchasing for myself, because that is the next upgrade I would like to make to my system, is to have like a more heavy duty camera rig, I should say, for my Panasonic, and not use the thing that I normally just use for webcams that is starting to buckle a little bit under the pressure of this expensive camera. But I've got some other stuff on there, and also that gift card to GameStop, which I would use to buy a digital copy of WWE 2K22, which I keep threatening that I will do if someone wants me to do it by spending money. Alternative to that is my Throne gift wish list, which has less things, but I really like Throne's business model. I like the support they offer for streamers, particularly for people who are not willing or interested in putting out their names out there. People that work under pseudonyms. Really good support for them for Throne. And then the last thing is USA Gundam Store. You could buy a gift card there. Send me a DM on Twitter because my DMs are open with your gift card code. And then I'll buy something from USA Gundam Store. That's a way to do that without a wish list. That's the best I can do for that. What else we got? Oh, yeah. You could jump into my Discord if you haven't already. It's a nice little place. People post build photos of stuff they're working on. I got a couple people in there who aren't necessarily regulars watching me live, but they like still watch the VODs and contribute to the Discord. It's nice. Or people that like reply to things but don't, they're just like, they don't check in anymore. But I like that they check in on the Discord. It's nice. Nice little community. Sometimes there aren't any posts at all during a day. So you don't have to feel like you're missing out. What else? Couple video links for you to check out. Please check out these video links in your spare time. Just open up a new tab and check it out later. Pat Bear's Anime Club. I got a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club where I'm talking about all of the isekai this season. Did you know there's as many isekai this season as romantic comedies, which usually there's the most of anything in a season is isekai, the different world genre. But this season there's like the least amount. And also I realized that I'm only watching. Let's see. I'm gonna double check. I got 1, 2, 3. I'm only watching 3 of them. That's so low for me. So yeah, I did a video all about the isekai that are out this season, so you can take a look if you like those subgenres, or if you're just like, yeah, what are these shows about? You're like, what? And then one of them, there's an argument if it is or isn't, but I fully believe that it is. And then, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, another video link. Do You Remembaer? Do You Remembaer is an ongoing video series. Every Wednesday, I make a new video for YouTube about something that I've read online, most likely a Wikipedia article, and I do my best to remember everything from that article, and then try to make a funny video about it, or at least a fun video about it. And this past Wednesday, so the most recent, is about the United States Camel Corps. It was a real program where instead of using horses and mules as pack animals in the untamed Western United States, the idea was, why don't we get some fucking camels to just like, they'll like Nevada. Let's just get camels. And yeah, it was a very short-lived program, but it's a cool idea. So I talked about the Camel Corps. It's also just a good name. United States Camel Corps. Sounds pretty rad. It sounds pretty radical, in my opinion. So yeah, take a look at that video. We're going to talk about some anime here and get back to working on a model kit. But first, I have to drink a little water. It's time for me to hydrate. You could drink a little water too if you want to. But right now, we're going to dramatically transition back to the overhead, and I will indulge in some water. Here we go. Water. It's good. Let me just quickly check this here. Um, Elijah. Aw. Somebody from my old work many years ago liked one of my tweets, and that's just nice because I they're not on social media that often, so it clearly they must have just gotten a you might like this, tweet because it's from like yesterday, but it was just nice to see just somebody that like haven't talked to in a while, and I was just like, oh, that's just nice vibes. Anyway, let's get back into this and talk about anime, because we got to talk about all the Saturday anime, because we had so many new guests on Saturday, and then also I got into a rant about improv graduation shows. Positive about them, but I had a rant about that, which I was happy to do. All right, so we're gonna need. Let's do this other piece here, and then we'll put it all together. So Kaguya-sama, Love is War. We are leading up to the festival. There's a bunch of summer festival stuff happening around, because all these shows, it just comes up. But we're getting into the summer festival shenanigans here, so or the school festival time. Ishigami and Ino volunteer to help, or get volunteered to help the planning committee, which is being run by the girl that Ishigami likes. So he says, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then we find out that Ino is just there because she really wants a campfire. Like, she's had this vision of like a bonfire happening, and then like people like dancing around it. And that's just like been in her head as something she really wants. So that's kind of like her hidden agenda. She's also like not prepared for how high energy these people are. These are like a lot of like the cheer squad people, and they're just like real high energy, which is fun. But we also get to be like, Ishigami like has experience dealing with these people and kind of knows like the vibe, but also he's the student council treasurer. He has a lot of experience like with permits and getting the most out of things, and like working outside of like the letter of the law and making things happen. So he's like getting stuff done, solving problems, making other nerds who are trying to suck up to the girl that they also like jealous and mad. Which is very fun to see him like be that side of that. Anyway, Ino is the character I don't love in the show, because she was like added in season 2 and like is kind of the voice of reason, but mostly is just the person that reacts to all the weirdness and doesn't really, and is also kind of stuck up. But she gets the job done. She gets the bonfire approved because she's got disciplinary committee experience, so she knows how to like. She's like, well, parents don't want to have that because they don't think we're responsible. So we have to convince them that we can be responsible by getting permission and bothering them about it. And she gets that done. She gets the thing done that she needs to do, which I liked. I liked that scene. I thought that was a fun scene. We see the minor characters from the Mass Media Club. We've met them briefly before. They are both big Kaguya stans, and they're talking to various people about like their like, hey, you're working on the festival, but you also have other things going on. How do you find the time? And we find out she's really good at archery. She's like naturally great at archery. But they're like, why aren't you going to compete in the upcoming tournament? And she was just like, I've just decided I'm not going to do it. And we find out as the audience, that's because the big tournament happens around Christmas. And she's just like, what if I was going to spend time with Shirogane around Christmas and like have like a date? Like, I can't blow off that just so that I can like do archery, which I don't care about. Which I thought it was very cute that she's just like, no, I'm going to have a boyfriend then. So no. They talked to a few other people that I don't really like, maybe minor characters that are going to matter later, but the moment I'm like, whatever. Shirogane made a giant paper mache dragon. I really like that because like it's something about like, oh, there's this like ball on the top of the school, and the student council always pranks by like doing something to the ball. So his big idea was like he made it like a dragon ball. So he made a giant like luck dragon around it. Um, and I just think that's very fun. Um, because it shows that he can do stuff because it's based on a part-time job where he had to make that. So like he can work hard, and it's a great juxtaposition to the immediate next thing that happens, which is we find out that Shirogane is terrible at blowing up balloons. Like he's using the hand press thing, and he just pops all of them, and everyone's like, "Hey, stop it!" And we have a Chika who usually helps him. She's got like motherly instincts to help him out. And she's just like, no, I won't do it. I won't help you with this. You're going to have to do it on its own. So he's like, fine. I'm going to go to the student council office, and I'm just going to do it there. But, Kaguya is there, and she's just like, she's so excited to have like alone time with the two of them that she's actively trying to pretend that she doesn't hear him like popping these balloons and being terrible at balloon tying. And she gives him like some really nice advice, and like says that like, like, no, it doesn't matter. You'll get better at it. You're working really hard. And I really, she really genuinely likes that he's a hard worker and he doesn't give up as he does stuff. And it's a very nice little scene. And if you know the show, you know that part of the reason why we have this very nice scene is so that the next scene can happen, where it's discovered that he's using old balloons. He's using like cheap old balloons, and no wonder why they're popping, because no. And so that's the big idea. Chika's like, hey, I'm going to give you these other balloons that they're not going to pop, and it's going to work out fine because they're brand new and they're made for balloon art. And he's like, oh, okay. And then, of course, he immediately pops them because he's still bad at it. It doesn't matter that they're old. They didn't matter they were old or new balloons. He's still not going to be good at it. Waka, waka, waka. Sorry, dude. And then that's that. We'll get the festival, I believe, next episode. Festival's coming in. Let's see. What else do we have here? All right. We only need a panel line around the top of this. So we're going to panel line this part here. But yeah, this is our back wings here, which looks pretty neat. I didn't do a perfect job on the stickers, but it still looks pretty cool. The back wings. But now we're just going to panel line up here and then put in the connectors so that we can put this on the backpack. So we'll do that while I talk to you about Aharen-san wa Hakarenai. Okay, so we've only met two of the teachers in school, and this is going to be hard to explain because the running gag of this episode is so much esteem. This is going to be a little hard to explain. There's a school festival here, yada, yada, yada. People are having fun, whatever. The big thing about this episode is one of the teachers has an active imagination. And in her imagination, Aharen and Raido, our main characters in the show, are a couple. And they are a respectful, nice couple. And for whatever reason, our teacher, one of the teachers, really respects like the esteem, the like patience the two characters have for one another, because like they sit next to each other and share a book a lot, and he like has carried Aharen around before, and they have like a mutual respect, and it basically gives this teacher nosebleeds, like, and the idea that they are such like a positive, good, strong couple. She really likes that. It's weird. So her imagination goes wild. Also, Asharo, the girl that is like a big girl, but that is also a scaredy cat, that is like, they're trying to make her have lunch with them, and that just increases the esteem. Again, these are very to me annoying things to describe, but visually it works really well, and it is a funny bit. Anyway, the classmates, the boy and girl whose names I can't remember and didn't write down, they invite Aharen and Rido and the other girl to the summer festival. Of course, you got your people dressed real nice and everyone having a good time and people looking cute and good and handsome and all that. Then they all spread out to play some games and try to win prizes. And then Aren and Rido lost each other. They can't find each other. But because he thinks he's talking to Aharen, and he looks down and it's Futaba, the annoying girl that decided that Aharen is her rival. She lost her dad, can't find her dad, so they go. Oh, I'm missing. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So they go to the Lost and Found, the like lost kid section of the Lost and Found, and she gets reunited with her dad, and kind of like finally thanks Rido, but she's still tsundere and annoying, and I'm not a big fan of that character. And then he's just like, okay. Now, I found my phone because he thought he had lost his phone. He didn't. He's like, I have my phone now. Now it's time for me to save the day. I'm going to find my friend. He turns around. She has also gone to the Lost and Found. The kids Lost and Found, ostensibly, decided that she was lost. So she went there, which I think is just very funny. It's a good gag that she's just like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out there. Is there a piece missing on this? Doing this. Oh, here we go. I had it on wrong. I was like, this seems very loose because I had it on upside down. Anyway, they find each other and they want to watch fireworks. And Aharen is like, I've never actually seen fireworks because I'm too small. So he picks her up. They see fireworks. And then he's like, we should go hang out with people. Hey, take my hands. And she blushes because they're going to hold hands. And so after many episodes, we're finally getting a little bit of relationship stuff, which I'm excited about because that's cute. Because they're cute friends. And it's cute that they're like got a little budding relationship going. Before we get into the next thing, this... Our blade here is just one piece, which is fine. We're going to attach it to the side. I guess we could put it on this hand. I guess we could. I guess we could do that instead of attaching it. Yeah, we'll do that instead of attaching it. I'm not going to panel like any part of this. I'm not going to hit it with a panel line. I'm just going to put it in this hand. But you also could keep it on the side, on one of the side skirts. There's an attachment to have it there. But going with the night theme for the White Rider, we'll put the blade on. This arm we need for the gun, which is the last thing we're working on here. When assembling normal state, affix the stickers shown. When assembling heat dissipation state, affix. So basically they're like, if you want to do it in one mode, do that. And if you want to do it in the other mode, we'll then add the other big stickers, the other stickers. But we're just going to do whichever stickers we want. We're only going to do one set of stickers for this. So I'll just decide which one we do as we do it. All right, I got to talk to you about Spy Family. There is a lot of Anya in this episode, the kid, which is fine because I think Anya is great. I didn't write detailed notes about this one. Lloyd tries to get Anya to apologize to Damien, who is the son of the target for Lloyd. It doesn't work out too well. Because, I think Damien seems to also have, a crush or at least some, interest in her, but then can't apologize. And Lloyd's like, well, plan B is done. We are fucked here. They are not going to be friends. This is not going to work out. But that's Lloyd kind of maybe starting to realize maybe I'm fucking too hard on this kid because I don't know how to be a parent. And then Yor is trying to help but then also help Anya study and also help in the situation. But she's like, this isn't my kid, because she thinks that, they're father and daughter. So she's like, I shouldn't be, butting in on the family stuff. I don't know, I don't know what my place is here, what I should be doing here. It's a whole back and forth with that. Okay, so that goes in like that. Great. Damien has his first little baby crush. Yeah, he just like met a girl that like isn't taking any of his shit, because Anya doesn't take any crap, which is very fun. And then Lloyd and Yor have a nice moment of him reassuring her that she is part of the family, like she should consider herself part of the family, which is like nice. It's like a nice little talk between the two of them. We like that. And then, okay, so it's going to go like that. Great. And we're going to have to deal with Yor's brother. Yor's brother, who like just kind of found out that his sister is married. So that shenanigans, we're going to get in some shenanigans with that coming up. That's basically the episode. Like I said, I didn't take super clear notes of that. Saturday was busy when I wrote this. But there's some nice feels in this one. So some good feels. Some stuff you can get on board with. All right, so this is going to go in here like that. We got to put a sticker on here, either 46 or 45. We'll take a look and decide which one we want to do of these two stickers. 45 is that. What's 46? We're gonna keep the yellow because we have it in other places, and it'll work well with that. So we'll just go with, when there's a choice, we're gonna go with yellow. So do that. That way it keeps it uniform. Let's see. Shikimori's not just a cutie. This one's easy for me to talk about, this episode, because it is not a full episode of the show. This was a special episode. It was planned, so it wasn't just like oh no, we need more time. This was like a planned thing. And it aired in Japan. It is a audio commentary of the first episode from the voice actors of our main two characters, Shikimori and Azumi, and also Hachimitsu, Mitsu, who is the short, sassy friend, who is apparently like a known voice actress. And so there's not a lot to pull from this episode. It is very funny because I've never thought about this before, but because this audio commentary aired on television, they were like, hey, if you are watching this and tweeting about it, use the hashtag Shikimori, and we're going to look in the tags and we'll probably reply to some of you. Because like obviously it wasn't aired live, but it was aired in the age of the internet, and the voice actors were just like, yeah, hey, please keep tweeting about the show. And I thought that was kind of fun. I like this better than just a clip episode. I also like that we got it. I should say it makes sense. The dialogue was obviously in Japanese because of the subtitled episode. But they only subtitled the commentary. They didn't subtitle what was happening on screen, and I think that's a very smart call. I don't know why you would do the other, but they didn't do the other, which is good, because then you're just like reading along with what these voice actors are saying. And it was kind of interesting. It was the first time that that Azumi's voice actor has ever done an audio commentary before. And they discovered that he is now more accident prone than he used to be. He's becoming more like the character that he portrays. But that is not the case for Shikimori. She's nothing like the character because she's just like, no, Shikimori is really cool. I'm not like that. I'm more silly. They talk about... this is kind of fun. If you are interested in how the Japanese voiceover world works, this episode's kind of interesting because, like, enjoying the stream last night, especially the wrestling part. Thank you, Spicy. I appreciate that. Thanks for being there last night. Yeah, Yeah, that wrestling segment was very fun. I'm glad people enjoyed it because I had a good time doing it, and I will probably do another commentary, like a Japanese wrestling commentary again. I still have one more match left to do. But yeah, for folks that are interested in how voiceover works in Japan, they talked about like their auditions and the roles they got, how the place they went in for their reads was also the place that they record the episodes and where they were doing this audio commentary, and how the main two voice actors of the main characters record all their lines together. And they often kind of half-jokingly read the other parts in those people's voices, because they were like, the girl, that one of the background girls is like, yeah, you and I we've seen each other at conventions, but we haven't done like a lot of scenes together. And that was just kind of interesting to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So like I said, it's kind of interesting in that respect, to get those like conversations that you normally wouldn't get about voiceover work. It's pretty light. They honestly didn't talk too much about the show. They talked about the art style a little bit, how like they were surprised, they weren't sure how it was going to translate from the manga to the anime. And they talked about like how they would play the closing animation looks like a video game, and how they would play that video game like a rhythm game, and I would as well. But yeah, it was cute. And I like that the couple records their animation together. I think that's really fun. Or like some of them were talking about like getting advice from one another, the people that are more experienced, and it was just like, I don't know. It was nice. Like, I know this was more promotion. It was more promotion for the anime, but it's kind of cool that they did like a commentary track and that we got it here outside of Japan. I like when Crunchyroll does that. When Crunchyroll starts like having those things, instead of it just being an off week for people, instead they got to watch that. And I know some people were just like, no, I waited all week and it wasn't the episode, but you weren't getting an episode anyway, so at least you got something. I think something's better than nothing, but that's just me. I don't like this giant sticker I have to put on here, but whatever. Sorry, I'm like trying to... This is just a very large sticker that also has to bend a lot, and I don't like those, so I'm just taking my time with it. Trying to line this up properly, or at least an approximation of properly. All right, and then the last show I want to talk to you about is Trapped in a Dating Sim. We find out this girl Clara who showed up, that we're like, I wonder if this girl is like gonna double cross our dude. She is. We find out in this episode. Clara is working for Stephanie, who is like the other villainous character, who in the video game was going after Olivia and trying to fuck with Olivia, but because our dude Lloyd has taken a lot of the attention, like he doesn't realize he's a main character. Like he still thinks he's the mob character, and it's like, nah, dude, you are not a mob character. You are the main star of the show right now. It's a bummer they didn't do the gray, since it's a big part of those wings. Yes, the fact that these are color correcting stickers is a shame. I understand why they are, because this is a premium Bandai kit version of a premium Bandai kit. Like the original was also a premium Bandai kit, so like I understand why they have to do a lot of color correcting here for the fact that some of these parts are originals and for limited run kits. But yeah, it would have been nice if this was a piece of plastic instead of a lot of sticker. I agree, Lashbrook. Anyway, Trapped in a Dating Sim. The thing that happens least in the show that I do like the most is the legitimately cool mech fights. And we had more mech fights. We had our dude just completely decimate some pirates, like completely trounce them, capture them. Then we find out, yes, this was Clara working under Stephanie, the villainess. And also another big thing is that like Olivia is just like, why are you being so, like, am I your pet? Am I your toy? Why are you being so nice to me? Why is anyone nice to me? Like, I'm just a commoner. What's going on? Like, she's dealing with a lot of like real stuff that is like the voice actress got to cry some in this episode and show some emotion, which is cool for her, but kind of weird for the series, which generally doesn't have any emotion, like emotional depth to it. So I would say that felt weird, but it is showing that like this dude still thinks of it that he's living in a game, and like he's nice to Olivia because she's supposed to be the protagonist, in the game, and he wants to support her, but like, why else? And so he might have to actually try to be a nice dude and help her out. We'll see if he can. All right, so does that lock in like this? Yes, that goes in like that. So this piece slides forward when it goes from big gun to weird crossbow thing. And we're going to finish this weapon. You know what? There's not much left to do with this weapon because I'm not going to do the like extra version of it. Let's finish this up. Even if we stay a little long, if we go a little past 11, because there's so little left of this thing to build that like I kind of want to just barrel through and finish it. So we're going to finish that. I've run out of anime to talk about, which is fine. So now's a great part. Now's the part of the stream where you folks tell me, hey, what are you playing? What are you reading? What are you watching these days? What's got your attention? What are you out there doing? I got a lot of YouTube stuff on my plate that I'm checking out. Obviously, watched a bunch of anime. Love doing that. Played a little Halo yesterday, which was fun with some people. Had to bail on my D&D stuff because we wanted to do that last night, and obviously I had my stream, so no D&D for me last night. But yeah, what are you all up to? What are you watching? What are you consuming? Throw the information in the chat and let me hear from you about what you got going on, because I do like hearing from you about that. Power Wash Simulator, I did play a little of that today. I'm making progress. That's my bonus stream on Wednesday, folks. I can say that. Promote my bonus stream on Wednesday. I will be playing more of the latest update of Power Wash Simulator. And I haven't finished any of the 3 special areas, but I want to do that. What video games are you playing? Yeah, so right now, a lot of Power Wash Simulator. Anyone else excited for new Destiny 2 season? No, hey, here's the thing about me. I've never played Destiny. I watched a lot of people play Destiny 1 and kind of decided this does not seem like a thing that I would be into, but I am psyched that people are having a good time with it. It's just not my thing. The most I have is like, I watch some streamers play Destiny 2 on occasion. That's as close as I get to get hyped for that. But I hope this next season is great. I hope you have a great time playing it. But yeah, Wednesday I'll be playing Power Wash Simulator. I'm excited for that. I don't have any like games coming out soon that I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. I do want to get Teardown at some point now that it is out, fully released. Because the community support for that, the community mods for that look wild. And my computer this version of the computer can definitely handle it. So I am thinking that I will probably get Teardown at some point. And also, I'm playing Hearthstone. I'm still playing a lot of Hearthstone, folks. Played it today, Monday. You got some new levels and stuff. So I did play a bunch of Hearthstone. Not new levels, but new quests, I should say. So I played a bunch of that. And had a good time. In Hearthstone, playing my big shaman deck. My big shaman deck is just very good. It's not a good deck, but I have a lot of fun playing it. Played some of that last night. Let's see. Where does this go? This goes here. Ooh, okay. This is like, this is an arm support, I believe. All right. Been working on the Power Wash Sim maps. Nice, Lord Crashington. Lasper says, I did buy V Rising. I enjoy it, but could still use some work. Oh yeah, that's the vampire like survival kind of game or whatever. I've seen some people play that. I don't know a lot about V Rising. I think V Rising is a good name. Uh, Better Call Saul after this stream because I misunderstood and thought last week was the mid-season finale. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, Lastbrook, enjoy your Better Call Saul tonight. Okay. We are almost done with this. We got to do 2 more pieces and then the connector piece so that because it's going to live like under here. It's going to be like this and have a support, which is good because that way it'll stand up without me having to have a stand. Hopefully, so we'll see how that goes. Well, yeah, I look for. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, I'm waiting for like another indie title to just grab my attention. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm just like waiting for like a good indie game to come along. That's why I think Teardown might be something for me, especially with like Power Wash Simulator being at like 0.9 and just like. I'm thinking like, okay, we're getting close to it being done, and that I have been playing that, but I do want to, show off all 3 of the new maps for that on Wednesday. So we'll be doing that, which will be good. I've been playing Little Witch in the Woods, very cute game. Okay, haven't heard of that. That does sound very cute. Little Witch in the Woods. And then Hard Space Shipbreaker hits 1.0 tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I looked at that. I watched a bunch of people play that. That's definitely not something that I would be playing myself, but I understand the appeal. I get it. I get why people are into it. But I hope you have that. Last week, I'm sorry you got spoiled. That's frustrating and annoying. That shouldn't be part of being on the internet, but that is part of being on the internet. It's just that people like to talk about shit like that, and it's annoying. Because it's like, why can't everybody just be cool? What if you were cool right now? We do have, we got to put stickers on this. I forgot we got to put stickers on this. 48 or 47. We're going to do 47. Or this one. Sniper Elite 5 comes out this week. It'll be fun to kill some Nazis. Yes. The guy who used to exclusively just do Hitman stuff, but he does other things. He used to do Call of Duty before that, but I knew him as the guy that made fun videos in Hitman. Did a Sniper Elite video, and I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get more Sniper Elite coming out there on the internet. That's coming. That is a fun game to watch. People that are good. Yeah. That's not a game that I think I would be into playing, but is a game I'm happy to watch on stream, and I do like that. Well, there are games that I'm like. I mean, I've watched people play Final Fantasy 14, a game that I will never play. But I am happy to watch some streams of some people checking it out and having a good time with it. Like, sure. Have fun. Better you than me. All right, so we do have these decals, these decal style for the White Rider here to put on, which I don't remember where they go. We'll get to the next page. We got to build a connector that lets us store this gun in the arm here. And we'll put this on the arm first and then figure out how to do that. Was it Danny that retweeted a dude who shot 5 Nazis in the nuts with 1 bullet? I don't know. I did not see that. But that does sound like something that you could do in Sniper Elite and does seem like something that Danny would retweet. That does feel like a Danny retweet right there. And also does feel like a thing you can do in Sniper Elite. A nonsense thing you can do there. All right. Let's build this connector here. We need 14. And we need a 14. And we got to build all these parts here. So we're building that. What's that piece there? Huh? Okay. Oh, okay. I got it now. I've been re-downloading the Giant Bomb videos where Jeff Gerstmann plays those Garfield games because since he posted an image testing one of them in the latest update of the PS2 emulator. Yeah, I've been seeing. I'm on a Discord where some people are working on like emulator stuff, and so I get to see some of that come through, and various other things. There are all people trying like upscaling videos, old videos, and stuff like that. So yeah, I have definitely seen a few of those things. I don't think he's going to play it on stream tomorrow, but Jeff Gerstmann shared me a cursed rap. He shared with the Discord I'm in, and I unfortunately had to hear it. A cursed rap song about a particular superhero movie, and it really bummed me out to hear it. And then I went and checked to make sure I didn't know who the person was, because if you ever see like, this is the thing that this is a true statement I'm about to make. If you ever see like, oh, it's a rap about an anime character or an anime or like a Marvel movie or something, and there's a bunch of people rapping, if it's a cipher and there's like a bunch of folks and it goes through like a few people, there's a very good chance that I know at least one of the people in that cipher because they did like open mics or like stand-up shows or improv in New York. Like I always know a person in a cipher about anime characters, and it's just like, oh no, I do know that I do know one of these people, and occasionally it'll be someone who like I actually know that person. Like, oh, that's Mega Ran. Mega Ran did this thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Mega Ran could do whatever he wants, and that's cool. But like sometimes it's just like, oh boy, I do not need to listen to this cipher about Naruto characters. I just don't need to be listening to this right now. I have other things I could be doing, I think. Yes, you should. Everyone should check out Alex Navarro's thing about the that VHS tape for kids helping them deal with divorce, the prospect of divorce. That is a cursed video, and so you should at least engage with it a little bit. We are almost done with this kit. We're so close to wrapping this shit up and wrapping the stream up. As I said, we're going a little over because it did not make sense for me to start this on Thursday. On Thursday, I will be doing the Boba Fett model kit. That is where we'll start, which makes a lot of sense for us to start there. And then, of course, we will, after that, we will work on other stuff that we're into. Wednesday, playing some video games. Playing some Power Wash Simulator, the new update. We'll take a look at the new update, the new way to play the game, the new vision mode for it, various other things we'll take a look at. And of course, the new content, the new maps. And then I just have to, okay, so there's the support for this big gun, which is helpful. And the only other thing I have to find in here is where these two decals go. I don't normally say decals as decals, but I was just watching a Canadian friend work on a model kit, and he calls them decals. So I started calling them decals. These are not water slides, but they do kind of look like them. All right, so this goes on here like that. Oh, that looks good. And this other one is really tiny, and that goes on chest piece over there. So we'll just really lightly pull this up off there. This is the one, if any of these is not going to work out, it's going to be this one. That just goes on here. Okay. And that's our kit. We got our big gun. We got our cool fan thing that we'll kind of open up a little bit. Show that off just a little bit. That's fun. And yeah, that's our model kit. That's the White Rider. We did the Black, White, and the White Rider. Let me see. Can I reach the Black Rider from here? I can. I was watching Deep Impact yesterday and figured out the kid in the school audience is Veronica Mars' love interest. Oh no! Yep, sometimes you just like, oh, I know who that actor is now. Didn't know then. Anyway, so I'm gonna take a photo of the White Rider here, so you can see me take a photo of this White Rider. This is the White Rider, and then because it's neat to do, because this kit, the base of this kit is the same. These both come from the Pale Rider, as you can, with like obviously some alterations, but it's from the same base. I can show the Black Rider and the White Rider together. Whoops. There we go. Well, thank you. That kid tells Elijah Wood to have a lot of sex because the comet is named after him. I don't remember Deep Impact. But yeah, so here we go. Here are the White Rider and the Black Rider, which have the same base. You can really see some of the similarities, especially in the legs and all that. But they're both based on the Pale Rider kit, and obviously they go in different directions. They all feature way too many stickers. So I look forward to... I don't know how many stickers are in the Boba Fett, but I have to imagine they are less than this. But yeah, I figured it made sense to just stick around to finish this up, because we often wrap up a little before 11, but we figured we could finish that up and get this done. Yeah, so nice to have that there. We are going to raid. That is how we end every stream, is we go on a raid and go see somebody who's doing some cool stuff out on the internet. Again, Wednesday, come back, check out my my stream. We're playing Power Wash Simulator and taking a look at that, talking about the game and all that. Thursday, working on the Boba Fett model kit. And then, of course, right now, we're going to go find somebody who's doing cool shit on the internet and hang out with them on Twitch. Go see who's doing stuff on my list. Well, that's an easy person to go hang out with. Well, first, actually, let me see when they went live, because if they went live like before we did, then I won't raid them. Because one thing I don't like is when we raid people who are like, okay, and I'm wrapping up like 5 minutes after we got there. Oh yeah, they have been playing for 3 hours, so I don't know when they're going to wrap up. So we're not going to go rate them, because I don't know when they'll finish, because they're an East Coaster. So, and you know what? Even if they do wrap up soon, they'll raid someone cool. So that's fine. We're going to go raid Xandra, because Xandra is playing Yakuza 0, and Xandra absolutely rules. Xandra made all my emotes and is cool as hell. So of course we're gonna go give her some love by raiding her stream. So feel free to come along on this raid. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I hope to see you on Wednesday for Power Wash Simulator, or Thursday for a cool model kit. Thank you to everybody that hung out. Thank you again if you were here last night for the fundraising stream. You're all fantastic. And I will see you in the future. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.